He stood on a desolate alien moon, the chilling void of space stretching infinitely before him. Not for glory, not for conquest, but for a single, desperate plea that echoed across light years. A young girl, kidnapped, lost somewhere in the unfathomable expanse of the cosmos. For Superman, the Man of Steel, no distance was too great, no danger too severe when a life hung in the balance. This was his odyssey, a solitary quest across the galaxy, driven by a simple yet profound imperative: to rescue her. His journey, however, would be anything but straightforward. The universe is vast and uncaring, filled with pitfalls even for a hero of his caliber. Deep within a forgotten sector, his path intersected with forces he could not anticipate. He was captured, subdued by unknown means, and stripped of his very freedom. The next thing he knew, he found himself not on the trail of the kidnapped girl, but in the heart of a cosmic gladiatorial arena. Imagine the sudden, jarring shift. One moment, charting a course through nebulae and asteroid fields, the next, thrust into a brutal spectacle. The arena was a vast, echoing chamber, filled with the roar of alien crowds and the oppressive gaze of a gambling despot. Here, powerful beings from across the cosmos were pitted against one another in a grim ballet of violence, their battles broadcast for the entertainment of a bloodthirsty audience. Superman, the symbol of hope and justice, was now just another combatant, forced to fight for his survival. He faced monstrous creatures, beings of immense power and cunning, each battle more brutal than the last. His incredible strength and invulnerability were undeniable, allowing him to prevail. Yet simply winning was not enough. The very act of fighting, of being forced into this violent charade, went against the core of who he was. He was a protector, not an enforcer of tyranny. This was a moment of profound despair, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle that had diverted him from his urgent mission. But even in the darkest corners of the universe, hope finds a way to ignite. Superman, being Superman, saw his imprisonment not merely as an end, but as an opportunity. He didn't just fight, he observed. He watched the other gladiators, hardened warriors, some resigned to their fate, others seething with suppressed rage. He saw the flicker of sentience, the spark of dignity beneath their forced savagery. What truly defines a hero, after all? Is it merely strength? Or is it the unwavering spirit that refuses to be broken? The compassion that extends even to those deemed adversaries? In the arena, Superman began to embody this. He fought with incredible power, yes, but also with an unexpected restraint. He disarmed, he incapacitated, he subdued, but he rarely sought to destroy. This quiet defiance, this refusal to become what his captors wanted him to be, began to resonate. He would protect the weaker combatants when he could, subtly intervening, using his speed and power to prevent fatal blows from others. He spoke to them in hushed tones between bouts, offering words not of rebellion at first, but of recognition, of shared humanity, even across alien species. He demonstrated a profound respect for their individual struggles, acknowledging their pain and their loss. He was not just a fellow prisoner, he was a beacon, a living embodiment of an ideal that seemed impossible in that desolate place. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, the atmosphere in the gladiator pens began to shift. The hardened veterans, the broken spirits, the fierce rivals, they started to look at Superman differently. They saw not just a powerful fighter, but a leader, someone who understood their plight and offered a glimmer of an alternative. The despots and their guards had thought they were breaking his spirit, turning him into a pawn. Instead, he was quietly, methodically building an army. The whispers began, carried on the air of shared despair and dawning hope. A look, a nod, a shared moment of defiance. The gladiators, once focused only on their own survival in the next brutal match, began to see a larger purpose. They realized they were not alone. They realized that their individual power, when united, could be something far greater than any single champion. Superman was not ordering them, he was inspiring them, reminding them of their inherent right to freedom. And then the moment arrived. It wasn't a pre-planned signal, but an organic surge of collective will. In the midst of another brutal bout, the seemingly disparate gladiators moved with a newfound coordination. Superman, at the heart of it, was not leading a charge of aggression, but a liberation. The battles turned from individual survival to a coordinated uprising. Chains were broken, guards were overwhelmed, and the roar of the crowd shifted from bloodlust to bewildered awe, then to fear. The despot, who had reveled in their suffering, found himself facing the combined might of those he had enslaved. The arena, once a symbol of oppression, became the crucible of liberation. The unified strength of these diverse aliens, guided by the quiet resolve of the Man of Steel, swept through the entire facility, and then beyond, bringing down the tyrant's regime. It's a powerful reminder of Superman's true essence. He was diverted from his initial mission, thrown into what appeared to be an inescapable, utterly hopeless situation. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, he found a way to create hope where there was none. He turned his personal imprisonment into a catalyst for planetary liberation, demonstrating that even in the most brutal of circumstances, the spirit of justice and freedom can ignite, and one person, through unwavering conviction and empathy, can inspire countless others to reclaim their destiny. This story isn't just about super strength. It's about the incredible power of inspiration, the quiet courage to maintain one's values even when stripped of everything, and the profound truth that true hope is an active choice, even in the face of absolute despair. What are your thoughts on this incredible display of heroism? Have you ever found hope in a situation that seemed utterly hopeless? We'd love to hear your experiences and insights in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of what makes Superman such an enduring figure, please consider following for more stories that explore the deeper dimensions of our favorite heroes.